That's, that's close enough. So, my paper was on why I think LED lights should be like the new default light for the United States in general. I had a bunch of reasons, but I'm going to draw some pictures for a second. So, this is an incandescent light. You know what that looks like, right? It's like a kind of famous one. Everyone knows what that is. And then we have fluorescent, just like that. Kind of looks like that. It's the ones that are up there. And then we have compact fluorescent, which kind of looks like this. Those are the ones that take forever to warm up and all that. And doesn't look as right as the old types. And then we have LED, which kind of look like that. And we have a bunch of little lights on there. I guess they'll move around. So one of the reasons why I think that LEDs would be better is because they're a lot more efficient and they're safer. How much heat do you think this creates? How much energy, like, of all the energy that it uses, how much do you think goes to light? How much goes to heat? I'm asking you.
30%.
30%? No, higher. How about you?
40.
Nope. Higher.
50.
Higher.
60.
Nope. 95% goes directly to heat and not light. What about yours? Anybody? Travis? You read the paper? Tell me.
I forgot.
It's 70 to 80%. I don't have any information on that one, so we'll just skip that, but it's somewhere around the fluorescent. How much do you think that LED did? Anybody? Just a guess. How much heat?
40.
Lower.
40.
Lower.
50.
Theoretically, 0% goes to heat. Now, the reason why that is because it's kind of a trick question, I apologize. The reason why that is because instead of like the traditional way where you have a filament here that burns and it lets off light and heat at the same time, LED is different. It's got like a bunch of elements that it sandwiches together, and it's kind of hard to explain really quickly, but essentially it's like a negative and positive charge, and instead of actually burning anything, it's more of like a flow of electrons that lights up. So in fact, so it's a lot safer because it avoids all like the fire causing potential that normal lights have, and any electrical fires are brought down, and also because it's a lot more efficient because you can use less electricity to light up the same amount of space as one of these would. In fact, like even compared to these, which are supposed to be closer, these have at least, I think it's around 4 times. That's like 78 lumens per watt, which is one of the other things that they talk about. Which compared to these are more like 18, and this is like 78, so it's a lot higher ability to show light. So that's one of the reasons. And another reason is that they're really environmentally friendly compared to a lot of other lights. These are notoriously not very environmentally friendly, the way they're made, the way they're built, and all that. But there was a study done by, it's a long name, but it's a group of scientists for the part of the United States Electrical Department, and they did a study between these two, which this is a CFL, which is a compact fluorescent, which is like that, except more of a smaller version. And they said that there was 14 or 15 categories, and out of the 15 categories, LEDs were more environmentally friendly. 14 of the 50 categories. The only one that they didn't do well in was there's aluminum used in LEDs, and making aluminum is a very energy-intensive process, and processing aluminum is tough, so it causes a strain on the environment. Also, they're very versatile. They can be used in a lot of different ways because you don't need to replace them as quickly, and there's low maintenance. It's a lot better to be used in things like traffic lights and stoplights because you don't have to interchange them in and out, and they don't dim as quickly, and they don't break as easily, so you have less to deal with and less trouble, and it makes it easier. And also, this said that using these LED lights and traffic lights and all kinds of things in the city could actually cut costs by $150 billion globally if we just replaced all like the stoplights and traffic lights. So that's another thing. And also, they can be used in things like green rooms for growing plants and horticulture because they don't heat up, so it doesn't affect the plants and hurt the plants. And car lights as well because it actually has a higher level of aluminum, so you can see a little further and a little brighter. Even though a lot of people have those LED lights that are kind of not fun to look at because they're brighter and it's kind of harder when you're driving on the other side of the road. But the number one thing I think is important about LED lights is that they're actively advancing. These type of lights have been the same. They've pretty much reached their capacity for advancement, whereas LED lights are still just being tapped into. So we can do a lot more with LED lights and make them improve upon them every day. So even the things like LEDs are slightly more expensive, and they can't always be used as a way to bright up a room for one reason or another. They can always be improved and get better. So that's the main point for that. And so I think that the United States would benefit from switching to LED lights over the rest of them.